Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, Episode 15, Spacetime. I almost forgot what we were doing. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is Clio.
Hello.
And Rachel.
Hello.
Hello.
I got the time right, but not the space.
Mm-hmm.
Not the space. I was like, well, you're cutting half your face off.
Spacetime. Aptly named episode because Fitz gives us a brief description of how that works.
Fourth dimensional time.
Mm-hmm.
Travel.
And how it doesn't matter. You've seen it. That's the future. There's no changing it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's fixed. This episode,
but just like in every other, one show that shows the future, what you see of the future is not necessarily what happens.
Very true. There's nothing you can do to change it, but it's not necessarily what you think is going to happen. For example, Daisy sees the future where Coulson walks up to her and puts many bullets in her.
Oh.
Just starts shooting at her. No, she saw his reflection in a two-way mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Way to go, Daisy.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. And that vision coupled with Fitz's description of how, there's nothing you can do about it. The whole team, Coulson, everybody, just tries their damnedest to make sure that they, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. They try everything to change it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, Daisy, you're going to stay here. You're going to send May instead. So we're going to teach her how to, show her the layout of the room so she can get in there and kick the crap out of everybody.
And Andrew shows and it's like, nope.
Nope, sorry, not going to happen.
It's like, and you said Fitz and
way.
Simmons were holding hands in a snowstorm.
I knew as soon as they said snow. I'm like, that wasn't snow, guys.
Snow.
That was not snow.
No, not at all. It's like, we're going to keep them away from the snow.
Well, and she's like, well, there was a light that was flickering, I think. And I was like, how do you think that's a light? You see a little piece of, embers flying through your... I don't even understand.
Yeah. I thought that was like Hive vaporizing people, and the two of them were holding hands before they got eaten.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom. So the whole future predictions thing is courtesy of Charles, a homeless man who just happens to be an Inhuman, who is...
Only recently homeless.
Only recently homeless by his choice. Because whenever he touches people, he gives them a glimpse of the future. He breaks the fourth wall for them. Yes.
And it just so happens to be death all the time.
Yep.
Well, yes.
How they die. Or how someone dies.
And that's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first thing I said when I saw the opening, I was like, what the fuck, this opening? What the hell?
Yeah.
This is creepy as hell.
Like, the very first guy, the guy who owned the restaurant's like, this is how I die. And then he gets perforated by,
I know!
chain gun fire from a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just morbid.
Mm-hmm.
So Hive is up and about. Ward is looking particularly less dead.
They put
The people that he liquidized.
They put a shot of Ward and Hive one after another, and it's like the way he holds himself, his facial expression. The actor is phenomenal.
Yes, he really
totally
is.
Different. Yeah, someone in one of the fan Facebook pages I'm on. It's like, I want so and so. I want him dead. Ward dead. I'm like, well, actually, Ward is dead. Well, I want this.
It's like, I don't want the actor anymore. I can't stand his face. Well,
no, this
you want they want Ward dead, but it's like Ward is dead.
But let's talk about that though, because we learned that Hive takes the memories of the body he's inhabiting.
Well, he has the memories.
When he referred to Ward's past or whatever, he said my past. He referred to it as himself. Mm-hmm. So I feel like for whatever reason, Hive's gotten very attached to this body, and he's gonna want to keep it as long as possible.
Because that body has a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
That body knows a lot of stuff.
And I
Yeah.
bet, because I bet it's like there's similar like mental anguish between Ward and Hive. I mean, obviously Hive's is completely different, but I think there's that kind of connection.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we already knew the memories are still there, and he was kind of a quote unquote fresh body.
Yeah, but I didn't realize it was like he seems to be taken with Ward, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He likes the body. I think it's all the secrets, and there's a lot because he was part of Hydra, so he knows a lot of Inner Sanctum, and he knows. So it's like he's almost like one step ahead of Malik.
He's a couple steps ahead of Malik.
Yeah,
Although,
it's like
Malik kind of catches up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Ward's not stupid, so he probably did a lot of research on what was going on with Hydra and stuff like that. So he might have found all this shit out a long time ago.
Yeah.
So he didn't seem too surprised, and he seemed pretty anxious to go down.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hive says we go above ground. Like, basically, I'm tired of sitting down here. Let's get the fuck out of here, please. Has a conversation with Malik right before that, asking him, saying, hey, thanks a lot, you got me out of there, but why? Like, what was in it for you? You have $9.2 billion. Like, you could, in this world right now, you could have anything you want when you want it. Mm-hmm. Why bring me back? And then,
power.
Yeah, power, exactly. And Hive gives him some kind of taste of power by hooking him into an exosuit.
Yeah.
That gives him...
Yeah, flashback to Deadlock.
Yeah, gives him some pretty fantastic strength.
Well, I think it's the same company, right?
The same company that has Coulson's hand. That has.
Yeah, but I thought that was also the same company.
I can't remember if it was the same company. It might not have been.
Or
it might have been
right, because that was a Hydra thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I thought it was connected.
I did.
It might be in some like loosely based. If we actually, if there was some kind of paper trail or something.
It's possible. I mean, give Malik a taste of true power. True power is hooking yourself into a cybernetic assist exosuit. I don't know if that's exactly true power, but...
Yeah, I mean, he kind of... All in all, Malik was kind of... He's kind of a coward. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean...
Like what Hive said, you've had people killed. You've pulled a gun on people and never shot them. Yeah. So here.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't strength. That was the power that Hive was trying to show him. It was the ability or the willingness to just kill somebody.
Destroy something.
Right.
Be totally okay with it.
Yeah, be totally okay
and
with
love it, because he really did want to kill Skye.
He started beating the hell out of her face.
She took it like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing when Hive eliminated the other board members, like, oh god, the goo's back.
The goo is back.
The gooey, ooey.
Yeah. He leaves like fresh bodies, so there's like so much goo still left on them.
Oh, they're so nasty.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's like finish.
Let me explain why I think it's nice. Because usually when you have villains like that, you get like, oh, he just made a skeleton, which is really stupid and cheesy, but he's made a like gooey skeleton, which makes more sense than just leaving a skeleton.
Yeah. But you also
appreciate that.
Finish your plate. Come on.
You're not done yet.
Yeah, done.
There's
like
still the grizzle.
There's still marrow in those bones.
Something like that.
Pretty much something like that. I mean, in the end there, Charles, who grants psychic visions by touching them, by touching people, he grabs Malik's ankle, which,
we don't get to see. His vision is important.
We can assume.
That scared the shit out of Malik.
I read a review that, the reviewer put in, I mean, he didn't preface it like this, and he wrote it in like, they showed us Malik's vision, even though they didn't. But basically his take on it is Malik basically sees that he's a pawn and is just as expendable.
Yeah.
Like,
He
he
sees
brought
what they're
Hive
doing
back.
behind his back.
Right. Hive would have gotten back one way or another, eventually, with or without Malik. He's just an expendable pawn.
But I mean, obviously, he doesn't see what Hive has been doing behind his back. He sees what he's going to do. I
Right.
think he sees the maybe not end game, but the end of this phase of Hive's plan.
Well, just like Daisy's also her premonition or whatever, what she
Which we
saw.
saw,
It
yeah.
doesn't. It's not. They're pieces, but they're not like
In the right.
specific.
Yeah, and they're not necessarily in the right order.
No, and so there. Like with the Coulson, she thought shot her, but actually he was his reflection. Just like it's not exactly what it seems to be. So, but what he saw scared him enough to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Daisy. I keep call her Sky again, probably because
Sky,
Coulson
Daisy.
did
Coulson,
it.
it was so cute because Coulson was like, I'm really trying. I'm
I'm
sorry I
trying.
called you Sky.
It's like, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's like, right, got it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Be careful anyway.
Yeah, that was very cute.
Uh-huh. And Coulson's like, I'm coming, like, oh, you're coming along. Great, be good to have the extra muscle. Just like, yeah, well, Mac's the only one with any extra muscle. Like,
I'll just be there to shoot things.
I'll just be there to shoot people. But yeah, Daisy gets one last vision from Charles before he dies. Like, they hold hands or whatever. And she sees the same Quinjet in space exploding scene that we saw a few episodes ago when we were introduced to.
Episode when it came back off the break.
Yeah, it was the first episode after it came back from the break.
Mid-season.
So we saw that same premonition scene, which, if we take the information we've learned here and extrapolate a little bit, that was a first-person view from Daisy's eyes. Either she's in that cockpit when it explodes, or she's watching it on a view screen.
No, the visions aren't first person.
Oh, they're not first person.
No, because she was nowhere near Fitz and Simmons, and she saw herself fighting.
Right.
So they're not necessarily first person.
No, that's her.
Some of them are, like her view of Coulson in the mirror was. She also wasn't in the same hallway with Lincoln when he got his head bashed.
Yeah, why did I forget about that? I thought she was there with him.
No, I mean,
right, she was on the roof.
It's not necessarily, that's what's going to happen or something. We don't know what exactly. There's other pieces.
Mystery agent still. We don't know who that is. I mean, from the crucifix, we infer it is a lady whose name I forgot from a few episodes ago.
Gloria?
From wherever they were, Colombia or Brazil.
Colombia.
Okay.
It was like Colombia, yeah.
They were speaking Spanish. It was Colombia. It would have been Portuguese.
Portuguese would be Brazil. You're right. I don't know. They keep teasing us with that scene and tormenting us, but speaking of tormenting, let's get on to the other part of this episode, and that is Andrew surrendering himself.
Yeah. It's really hoping that the
I was hoping the cure would work.
Hoping the vaccine would work.
Yeah, but it's
when I first saw that he came back, and then that I realized the visions of Lincoln. What it looked like was like it didn't look like blood. The flash looked like scratches, and I thought maybe Lash got a hold of his face, but it was just blood running down his face. That's when I first saw that. I was like, oh, maybe he's. It looked like scratches, not just blood running down his face.
Right.
But yeah, I was hoping the cure would work.
Like they said, it was a Hail Mary.
Yeah. But Andrew's last actions was locking Lash up. So.
And he said that, I'm not here to heal or to reconcile or any of that stuff. I figure when this happens, he gave us some good information here. Like, there's parts of Lash exhibiting, himself in Andrew's personality and parts of Andrew in Lash's personality.
Well, 'cause, I mean, he's still the same person. He's just gone through this change.
Well, he also said that there was always parts of Lash in him, even before his change.
True.
It's just that aggression part of him that he kind of kept hidden.
And now he says he feels he's going to be lost forever. And he would rather S.H.I.E.L.D. be in possession of Lash than anybody else, or him being free.
Oh, definitely. Can you imagine if Hydra got a hold of him?
Jesus.
That'd be a
I
very...
mean, they might still, because they just have him locked up. Hydra might get him.
And, see, Andrew talks, like...
But I don't think they know too much about him.
No, they don't. I mean, his... I guess you could say, I don't know, his biological imperative is to kill other Inhumans. And why is that? Like, you know, is it to combat Hive directly? Is like, because Hive seems to be recruiting other Inhumans, because he did
There's
send
a
out
reason.
his little dust at the, you know, the couple of Inhuman Hydra henchmen, and we don't know what that did. Did that mind control them to him, you know, to his side? Did he take control of them? What's going on here? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lincoln goes on about how each Inhuman gets their powers, and it's not random.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, divine, you know,
It was it's them something to balance.
engineering
to
or
balance.
whatever.
By some kind of
I said
design.
last time. Yeah, it was like there's like a balance. You know, like for
Fills a
every
need.
there's a need. It fills a need, so it keeps everything into balance. So there is a need for Lash for some odd reason, and whether or not we're going to find out this season or not, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the need for Lash is to, you know, cull the population so Hive doesn't have an army.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the only
I
thing that
think,
can kill Hive.
Yeah, that's his instinct though too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he can be, because he's not stupid.
No.
The Lash. So
No,
I
he's
think
not.
he can be talked into fighting Hive. I think.
Well, and
might
if
be able to
if
fight
there's
Hive.
still part of Andrew in there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, you want to kill Inhumans? Well, here is like the mother of all Inhumans
Yeah,
right
here's
here.
the one.
Well, maybe the cure didn't really work on him, but it worked enough to keep maybe a little part of Andrew in him
Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't have been there if they didn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go full on Lash and forget who the heck he was before he was, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and the more that Lincoln goes on, you know, talks about Inhumans, the more I'm like, you just need to set up like a support group.
Like, you really
you know,
do.
Sky is the head of the Secret Warriors, and you are like the soul.
You know what kind of getting me though? Maybe I missed it. Well, when his wife said how he changed, he walked outside to pick up the toys when it rained. How did he change in the?
If that day he had fish or a supplement that morning.
But when it wouldn't take that long. But it was like as soon as he like went outside to pick up the toys, he screamed. It was just like, because we noticed when Joey turned, he still had the bottle open of fish oil sitting on his desk.
We don't know if he had just taken it. I leave the cap off the vitamin bottle all the time.
I don't know. It was just, I'm just wondering how long it took, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they lived close to the ocean. I don't know. And
Weather. The mist is evaporated with the water into the clouds and is raining out of the sky.
Yeah.
Well, then I think we'd have even more Inhumans popping up.
I know, that's why I'm thinking, I don't know. So though I'm kind of confused at how he turned. I know it's probably not, but it might be an intricate
if he
thing
took
in
the
it.
supplement and then ran outside to pick up the
that could happen. But she didn't say, so at least speculation that is there another way that Inhumans are turning?
Maybe somebody drove by and slapped him with a fish. I don't know. Well, I don't know if that would work. You'd have to ingest it.
Right in the mouth. Slapped him with a fish right
just
in
like
the mouth.
Right across. The guy's like, he's standing there slack jawed, like, and then it just fish slap, like,
like slow motion fish slap.
And then he screams and goes all cocoon and breaks out, and it's like, I can give you psychic visions.
I don't know. I rewound that just to make sure, and I didn't hear her. So, I mean, that was kind of bugging me. That one little part was just little bugging me a little bit.
He's got one of those shitty powers that doesn't really benefit him at all.
What was his daughter saying every time she every time he touched her, she would freak out and cry.
You're showing an 8-year-old the day she's gonna die. I think that would be kind
Well,
of
I meant,
creepy.
what was she seeing?
I don't know. A meteor falling from the sky, an Inhuman gutting her alive, 90 years old, dying Alzheimer's in a bed from some kind of cancer. I don't know.
Wow, she had a lot of shit going on for her.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm
Who
sorry.
knows what she's gonna see?
I know.
She's
But
Yeah,
8.
if you show a child a death scene in a movie, they're
I know she's.
lot of
I
them
know.
will be
I'm not
scared.
saying that
Some
she
of
has
them
no
won't
reason
be,
to
you know.
no reason to freak out. But I'm wondering if they'll go back and like maybe try to figure out what she did see, and put these pieces together.
Mm-hmm. So
Because
pretty
if she
much.
did see something that relates to this, it'd be a nice little piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm. It would be. So everything Daisy saw in her little vision came true so far. In her first vision. Including
And
Fitz
that's
and
exactly
Simmons
how she
holding
thought of it.
hands in the snowstorm. The
Yeah.
ash storm.
I like that. Simmons is like,
We're supposed to hold hands now.
we should hold hands now. Which that was the moment that I had like I was having a flash to the Flash, where Cisco's like, what if we only do that in the future because we see it now, and what if that's the only reason we do that?
That's gonna boil your brain thinking about that one.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
To quote the Matrix when Neo knocks over the vase. It's like it's like, don't worry about the vase. What vase? Knocks it over, breaks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like, don't
That
worry
one.
about it. What's really gonna boil your noodle later is, would you have still knocked it over if I hadn't mentioned it?
Yeah.
I always think of that scene like, my God, that would drive me nuts for weeks.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those time things, and any show that has time travel at any time, that's that's one of those things that always gets people,
Mm-hmm.
especially people that have to have all the answers or think logically, and they
Like
can't.
Dom. Whenever
know.
that's why I wish Dom watched S.H.I.E.L.D. because this would be so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It
So
drives him crazy.
this episode
does.
had some emotional moments.
Yeah.
And that's probably because the Whedons actually wrote this episode. They write 1 or 2 episodes a season.
Just like George Martin.
Mm-hmm. He writes an episode of Game of
Game of
Thrones every season. Yeah. Damn it. Anyway, is there anything else on this episode we failed to mention?
When they were doing with the cameras and stuff, and they saw Ward, I go, well, shit, they saw Ward's body.
Yeah.
Is that Ward? I'm afraid that's something else.
Oh my God, no. Coulson was in the middle of speaking, and he turns around and sees Ward and just stops, and he's just like, It was fantastic.
It really was.
And also, what surprised me is the fact that they brought back his hand.
Yeah. Well, he left it.
Hive grabbed it.
Yeah, he left it with Ward's body.
Well, yeah, he left it on his body, but he didn't necessarily have to grab it and bring it back. But he did grab it, bring it back. Quite interesting.
Quite interesting. So next episode is called Paradise Lost. What they give us is S.H.I.E.L.D. hunts for information on their dangerous new enemy, and a shameful secret from Malik's past is exposed, threatening to destroy his Hydra legacy.
Shameful!
What, that he's like Captain America's long-lost cousin or some shit like that? Like what kind of a shameful secret would destroy a Hydra legacy?
He saved a
What if
baby
his
one time.
ancestors didn't believe? Shun the non-believer. I don't know.
Shun.
I mean, if you watch the promo, it, let's see. They comment on how Ward, May comments to Coulson, like, I thought you killed him. It's like, I did kill him. You didn't kill him hard enough.
Yeah, that was great.
And apparently
Kill him
Hive is going to actually show his actual form. I mean, they give you a parting shot
got, like,
of
weird tentacles.
Ward turning into a tentacle monster, and then Malik's face like,
Well, and also, I mean, we gotta think. Also, Malik is losing control of his henchmen.
True. Probably because Hive exerts some kind of control over them.
Or they just don't want to mess with Hive right now. Hive's a little more scarier than Malik at this point.
I mean, he sent his little dust hands out to them, but they didn't show us what he did to them. So he's either, made them his loyal servants, or they are part of him now. Because, if I remember from the comics correctly, Hive inhabited multiple bodies at once.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the whole Hive mind thing going on there.
It's a little, at this point, I think it's a little hard to tell because all of the Hydra people who have been, taken over by Hive, didn't really have that strong of emoting, So if they're acting differently, I can't tell.
Right.
Yeah, they've
been the strong silent types.
Yeah.
Which would totally play into that. Well,
yeah.
I mean, also, maybe they just don't want to piss him off because they've seen him turn people into gooey skeletons.
That's
Gooey.
Or maybe, he shows them the grand design, and then they're like, yes, please, sign me up.
Sign me the fuck up. We're totally in on this.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I want to be a part of that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of ways this could go.
There's a lot of ways this can go, and I'm assuming that they're... Okay, so Civil War is what day? May 5th? 6th?
6th, I think.
Alright, so if we have no breaks, we're going to get 4 more episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. before Civil War.
Oh my god.
Which is a lot more than I thought we were getting.
I forgot my favorite line of the whole show.
What?
Do tell.
And Link was like, I never saw the original Terminator. And Coulson just goes, you're off the team.
You're like, you're off the mission.
No, he said you're off the team.
Oh, you're off the team.
You're off the
team.
Because you're off the team. Because when Coulson said, about if he came back to save his mother so he could be born, wouldn't that be pointless? To wait.
I never saw the original Terminator. Just like,
you're off the team.
Get out.
I was like...
So perfect.
It's like the same thing I say to people when I tell that when they play, someone says, I haven't seen Star Wars. I'm like...
We know someone who hasn't seen Star Wars.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
I tell Dom to get off the podcast every other week.
Yeah.
No, we know someone that hasn't seen Star Wars.
We know someone. Yeah, we know someone who's seen episode 1 through 3, but not 4 through 6.
Mm-hmm. I know someone like that too.
And they're like, "Give me your nerd card." No.
But to be fair, she hates sci-fi, so.
No, he has no excuse.
Okay, I can understand hating sci-fi. It's not for everyone. I just know I surround myself with people who like sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just what happens.
It's just how my life fell together.
It's how my life fell together.
Ah. All right, so if nothing else, that's our show?
No, I think we're good.
Alrighty then. Cleo, find you, where can they?
Find me, they can, at Clio Moto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest. We've
Very
done
good.
this dance before, Mike. I'm ready for it.
I know. I'll find a new way to surprise you next time. Rachel, how about you?
You can find me at Twitter at Savannah17. Oh, it's right in here.
Down there. Somewhere.
Right here.
Pointing. Yeah, okay. You can find me on Twitter at Philodrin, right around here somewhere. You can follow all of us, find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us there for some more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.